All right, I'm Tom Fisher. I'm the town manager for the town of Frisco, here to recap the Frisco Town Council's January 27th meeting. The council spent a long time, probably about 2 hours, talking about Pioneer Park and its future. We have been working extensively with the public in Frisco, as well as following an initial conversation at the council's previous meeting. And the direction that they gave staff at the end of the day, and considering a lot of public input around this issue, was to keep 2 tennis courts on Pioneer Park. That was one of the big questions that kind of drives what else will happen at Pioneer Park as we make improvements to that this summer. They also directed staff to include a half-court basketball court on those tennis courts. So we will be adding a basket to those courts, as well as striping a half court on one of the tennis courts as well, so that it could be multi-use. In consideration of changes of use in that park, they also directed staff to work on sound mitigation related to the adjacent neighborhood. And very important to the council was to make sure that we keep the natural character of the current Pioneer Park and not disturb the wetlands that are there. It's not that they're legally protected in any way. We just know that we can keep them intact, so that we're going to do that as we talk about pathways through that park. And that means that any concerns about the large trees and kind of the natural setting of Pioneer Park, it is a large goal of the council to keep that intact. They will also include some dispersed playing areas for different age group type kids within that park. There is likely to be some focus on older kids within this park. There will be educational signage associated with it. And one of the big things that the council came away with is that there is a strong desire within our community, and then thus with the council, to develop a multi-use court somewhere else in town. And so staff will be pursuing that with the council over the next few months, preparing for the next budget cycle. So more to come to the public on that as we move forward. Another discussion in work session was about water rates. This is a 3-part discussion, and the council was talking about tap fees, or new development fees as it comes in with our water system. So the recommendation and what the council accepted to go into an ordinance draft was raising those tap fees from $7,320 to $10,475. And that the largest part of that increase has to do with maintaining and keep current water rights, so that we continue to have our supplies healthy in the future. So on the first meeting in February, you'll see an ordinance on the agenda for first reading that memorializes our next 5 years of rates and tap fees for our water system. More of a celebration of Cindy and Wayne Spalding, as they were designated by a resolution or a proclamation as a Frisco's finest, and giving them an honor as they've moved away from ownership of the Uptown restaurant, and that's changed hands. They're still owners of the building, and we'll still see them around town, but they are such a key part of our downtown business area, so that honor was very appropriate. The council memorialized their direction to staff around dark skies designation by changing codes last night under first reading to put the code in place that will support us pursuing and getting certified under dark skies. That takes about 10 years to achieve, because we will be working with the community over that period of time to gain compliance. And so we'll see more about that in the future, businesses, homeowners, all of that as we go through that implementation. The last thing coming is around updating our building codes to the 2024 International Building Code. Many areas will be covered under that, but at your next, at the council's next meeting on February 10th, they will be hearing from Summit Fire as to updates to the fire code and the state's wildfire resilience code. So be looking for that. As always, as we've been getting a lot of public comment in the last couple of meetings, the council does accept public comment on anything that's not on their agenda at the second and fourth Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. You can also submit comments to the council at council@townoffrisco.com or visit us up at our website at frisco.gov.com